Oke guys, jumpa lagi di channel kita, melanjutkan lagi game Hogwarts Legacy. Saya mau ngapain kemarin? Branded apa ini, taktur Rian. Where 500. Sebenarnya kalau nggak ini mending teleport. Masalahnya kalau teleport warnanya jadi nggak sinkron. Gimana sih? Tapi masa iya sih baru sekarang aja, kemarin mah enggak.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. Ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Oh my god. Aduh, nggak bisa pakai sapu lagi. Nggak bisa nih.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Confringo!
Dihancurin kah?
Revelio! Confringo!
What? Oh my.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place. Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Excuse me, did you say something about a Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Revelio.
Kita nyopet dulu.
Revelio.
Di kan
Seems
pintu.
a pleasant enough little place.
Apa sih?
Upper Hogsfield is
Hello,
being terrorised by Ranrock.
Revelio. I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. Simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I am unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. You should not have to live in fear. Rebellion!
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Naush, sudah tidak tertering.
Ranrock Royal is the unpredictable and violent. Rebellion!
Lagi, tertering lagi. Komputerku kan kuat harusnya, kenapa?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
Mulai lagi sering.
How nice of you to stop by.
Nggak bisa. Mana ya?
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
One of Ranrock's camps. Exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Wizards are running scared. Someone there. Hello? No! Rather unwise coming back this way. Right,
Oops.
worried about you.
Terbang dulu. Hehehe. Nggak kena.
I'll find you. Can't handle a little altercation.
Potato!
Dasar. Telat banget sih.
I won't. No! I will make you.
You only have Ranrock to blame. One camp down, one more to go.
Not as good as I want.
How nice of you to stop by.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Ah, but if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but eat light and you'll be swift.
Lumos.
But who wants to be?
What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone.
Who's that? Wait a moment. Why is it grapple? Shut. One less human to worry
Lumos.
about.
Lumos.
Lemas.
Know you're in somewhere. Vegetation does not belong in battle. I refuse to be defeated. I won't rest until...
Once more. Satu lagi mah di killing aja deh. Di killing dari belakang.
Revelio.
Good riddance.
Totalis. Revelio. Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
Nah,
This place has seen better days.
semut gini kan enak mainnya.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield.
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
What do you have for sale?
Keep passing through.
I should investigate.
What the heck is that? What is that? Zombie kah? Suaranya sih kayak zombie.
Revelio.
Oh iya, Jambai. Semutan lagi tangan.
Revelio. Finger. Ascender. Finger. Is that Inferior's wearing a woolly jumper? That must be Bardo. Bardo's woolen jumper. I'm not sure
What?
Madame Beaumont would want him
Ngelek.
to him. Leviosa! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Why, man? Ngelek mulu ah. Oh ini.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Spare a nut, a sickle, a galleon?
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find...
I do hope my brother is all right. Thank you for all that you've done for us.
Madame Beaumont? I believe I have some news of your brother.
Badolf? What do you know of my brother?
I'm afraid he's joined the Ashwinders and has no interest in returning.
What? No, this can't be. He was seeking their advice, that's all.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Badolf!
langsung tegar.
Badolf, my dear brother.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio.
Zombie lagi. Too many zombie. Apa nih camp?
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we could steal some beasts from the pens at Hogwarts.
Oops.
Who's there? Potato!
Seems we may have an intruder.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
If you'd listen to me, you wouldn't need to concern yourself with such matters.
Someone's going to regret trespassing.
Hello? Someone there?
Nope.
I'll not be defeated by lettuce! You're going to fight me? What have you done?
Up.
Nobody'll believe I defeated an Ashwinder by myself. Revelio.
Where is the fucking door? Ini apa perasaan saya aja tuh lebih banyak malam-malamnya
Lumos.
daripada siang.
Better have a look
Nyumput.
around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. Confringo. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelia. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Lumos. Udah mencet ini. Dasar dan nyumput turunnya nggak nyumput. Bukan ke sini. Tadi kayaknya ada pintu. What is that? Apakah troll lagi? Forbidden Forest mungkin. Oh, ambilin ini. I think that's everything. Serona will be glad to have this back. Revelia. Confringo. Revelia.
Gimana caranya tuh? Lompat bisa nggak? Then how we going up? Maybe.
I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Yes, but where did I set my traps? Was it lower or upper Hogsfield?
Si itu ada zombie ya.
Revelio.
Let's fight.
Come out before. I'm sure it'll be harder to kill him. I shall get that goblin help back. Hopefully from your corpse.
Bisa ikutin sini. Ikutin sini.
Nothing more than luck. You'll have to fight eventually. Admirable trick.
Oke, nyobaan kalau dibawa ke zombie. Bakal gelut sendiri nggak? Ternyata tidak mau ngedeketin. Ya, dapat 3 unlock.
Hello, Amora. This looks intriguing.
Oh my god. Really not important. The deep forest. Sangat gelap sekali.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklums for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take? The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.